good. Okay, so I'm gonna go over how I like to coach a barbell squat with a new lifter. So someone who doesn't have a ton of experience working with barbells or it's brand new. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go through a couple of primer movements that I like to do with them before I get them under the bar. So first one is called a squat walk down, and we can all try this together. For this one, I come over to the rack, hands on. I'm gonna let my weight fall back against the rack, walk all the way down, hang out here in the bottom. You're gonna get a nice stretch on your back. And when I'm watching people do this, I wanna see how low they can get without any weight and with a little bit of support. So can they get full knee flexion? How do their hips look? How do their ankles look? And that's my first assessment. So I'll have them do about 5 of these. Again, weight back, hang out in the bottom. You can move around a little bit. People usually find that this feels pretty good too. Just loosens everything up a bit. Okay. So second thing I like to do to warm up the core and to help reinforce kind of the trunk position I want for people when they start with their back squats is a dead bug kick out. And for this one, I usually have them hold on to the rack. I like this because we're starting to get arms in more of a overhead position. So if we're doing a front rack or a back rack, we know that as the arms come up, you're gonna wanna bend the back a little bit more. So start here, okay? I'm gonna have them press that low back into the ground, and we're gonna go nice and slow, alternating reps. I usually have them do anywhere from 5 to 10 reps per side. If you do these nice and slow and keep the knees away from the chest, you'll definitely start to feel the abs warm up. If I start to see their back peel off the ground, I'll have them just pause. They take a nice exhale, shrink the ribs, push their back into the floor, and resume. So this torso position is what I'm trying to prime before I have them get under the bar, just so they can kind of feel on the floor, get some feedback about where their body is in space. You're so cute. She's so sweet. So that's exercise number 2 is the dead bug. Okay. Exercise number 3 that I like to do is either a squat press out or a goblet squat. So you can take a plate. Thank you. And here you go. So plate press out squat, I like it because we have a little bit of counterbalance, weights in front of us. So I'll just have them take whatever stance they want to start. And I'm going to cue them to kind of find that position we just found in our dead bug on the floor. Try to go straight down, come straight back up. Plate only has to come out far enough to help you keep that counterbalance, so we don't really have to reach the plate away too far, just whatever it takes to get you down and get you up. For this one, I also like to cue them to try to get as far down as you can. When we go for the barbell squat, we don't necessarily have to get as low as you can, but know what you can do, so that when I'm later coaching them in this, if I see that like they have a really great plate press out squat, can get really low, but now they're only getting to about here, maybe the bar is too much load for them, maybe we need to add a heel wedge, something like that. Sweet. So plate press out squat, goblet squat works, one of the two, and those are my 3 things that generally I'll start with for coaching the squat. So after that, you have your back squat or you have your front squat. The times where I'll have someone start with a front squat is if during the warm-ups, I notice that they have a hard time managing their center of mass. So if even with the plate, they're like really like this, or there's a lot of like rolling around in the toes, I'm probably just gonna start them off with a front squat. Keeping a front-loaded position is gonna help them be more aware of where their body is. And if they want a back squat, I'll get them off of this pretty quickly. But I do find that if I get them in this front rack position first, it's a lot easier for them to manage their center of mass and feel good in it. So a lot of times people will say like, oh, this feels weird, or I feel like I'm just doing really weird things with my body. I'm like, okay, front squat a little bit, let's get that down, and then I'll have them back squat. Also, if someone prefers to be more upright, if someone prefers to bias their quads, whatever the case is, I'll pick based on other things that they might want to get out of the squat. So, yep, you have your front rack squat. They're going to be a little bit more upright. They're going to get a little bit more quad. If I'm coaching the back squat, just tell them get in the center of the bar, and then try to find that position with the ribs and pelvis that we just primed with our dead bug, and just squat. And that's really it. Any questions, comments, things like that? I'm not too picky about technique when they're first starting. It's like I want to give them some reps under the bar to just get used to this thing that's now on them. I do want to see them at least go to 90, and that's because I want to know that they can actually handle this weight. Yeah. So again, like if they have a great plate press out squat and then all of a sudden they get a quarter squat, it's probably that the bar is too heavy. If it's something else, you can play around with the wedge, see if that helps depth, but typically I find that it ends up being a load thing. And so then squat accessories like the wedge, when would I use one, when would I not? Really depends on how this new lifter wants their body oriented. If they don't like being really folded over, I give them a wedge. If I have them front squatting and the bar is like rolling away because they can't keep this up, I'll give them this again because that'll help keep them more vertical and keep the bar on them. So wedge, it's a great tool to have if you find that the person needs it. If they don't want to use it, they don't have to. You can find different ways to position your feet or whatever to get the squat that you want to see from them and that they want. So that's how I coach beginners in a barbell squat.